Good evening and welcome to the 1927 Club pod. Got to get it in there as well, just in case, for legal reasons.
The club for me, always club for me. I don't care what a bunch of...
Welcome all. Slightly, not change of, it is a change of thing. It's the time of year, Christmas, New Year. You don't know your ass from your elbow. You don't know what day it is half the time this time of year, do you?
No, I know.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a change in our normal Saturday slot, obviously, because there was a game yesterday. Me and Rhys thought we'd jump on and just have a bit of a catch-up, talk about yesterday, and just chew the fat, really, basically. Rhys wants to have a bit of a rant and rave about how good the referee's performance was, second half. But no, we're not going to go into that. But no, I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Rhys David Evans. Good evening, buddy. How are we?
Not bad. Cold one tonight, mind. Absolutely freezing, yeah?
It is freezing, but yeah.
Just with socks on now.
Oh, happy days. So, I suppose when you look at the game yesterday, especially after that first half, disappointed coming away with a point yesterday, or given the second half, I think we done well in the end. The boys who stayed on the field at the end done well, really, to stay in the game and to get a point, really.
I think we should have been 2-3 up in the first half. The chances we had, Ashford went through against the keeper, and his first touch was appalling. He just took it way too wide. I said to the boys, just go through the keeper. He's out of his box. If he brings you down, it's the last man. It's a goal score opportunity. It's a red card. If he doesn't bring you down, you go through him, and you're through an open goal. There's a few chances I thought we should have had. I thought we just dominated the ball. They could not get up to their own half the first half. I thought we should have put them to bed. Disappointed not to win it, mind. Even at the second half as well, I thought Matty's chance went just wide. Tana went clean through, and I thought he should have scored that. So disappointed we didn't win the game anyway. I thought that was there for a taking, to be fair. I wasn't impressed with Coventry.
No, I thought Ashford had a fairly decent performance again, really, considering we haven't seen much of him, and he's hopefully now he'll get a bit of a run in the team, and he's only going to get better. But yes, was it Ashford who was clean through, and the keeper should have, if he'd gone over, the keeper would have gone, wouldn't he?
I said to the boys, just go through the keeper. Like I said, you either go over him, right, and he doesn't bring you down, and you're through on an open goal, or he brings you down. It's the last man. It's it's a red card for starters. They've lost the keeper. It's one of those, but his first touchdown down. But again, he's young, so I don't blame him for that. I thought the position we're in,
honest for his own good, like.
Yeah, I think that's been a problem we've had for the last year or so. I think we've always been a bit too honest. I don't want to knock. You've seen players would have gone down for less. Perry goes down for less. Let's be honest. But I thought I
see him come off the bench last night. I thought he was going to be out injured for a while, but I was surprised to see him in the mix last night. And obviously he came on, and we kind of reverted back to a back five when he came on, didn't he? Chambers come back into defence as well.
Yeah. For me, though, it's one of those where Reno has cemented his place now. I know he's not right back, but he does such a great job right back. For me, Reno is our number one. And I'd honestly say K-Park will be my number two right back. I love Perry and G. I think he's been quality for us. If we were to get a decent offer in January, I wouldn't be sad to see him go.
No.
I just think we've got cover there now.
Yeah. The only thing that would concern me, really, is I know we've seen Capaccio in glimpses, but, can he do it week in, week out, 2 games a week type of thing? I don't know. I know he's young and he's keen and he'll want to do it. Don't get me wrong, but, it's a big step up from, and, we've only seen little glimpses of him. For him to be able to do it consistently week in, week out is going to be a big ask for him. And I like NG, and don't get me wrong, I think, like you said, Reno's way in front of him at the moment. But mentality-wise, and like NG will put it about as good as the next person. Is Capaccio going to be able to come in and ruffle feathers like NG does?
Well, it's one of those. Well, mind, we're very versatile in the back line. You've got Darlin who can play left back, Bacon who can play centre half, probably play right back. You got Chambers who can play right back. You got Will Fish who can play right back. So if we get a decent enough offer, I wouldn't be too sad to see Perry go. There's nothing against him. I think he's been a fantastic servant for us. If we can maximise money from him and use it to buy a striker or someone, or just buy a bit of quality to guarantee some survival, I won't be too sad. I just think Reno's just come into his own. Like what a transformation he's had really, and the Rhys really, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And lots of players could have thrown their toys out of the pram, but fair play, he's knuckled down and he's worked hard, haven't he? And he's been a revelation. He's like a new signing for me.
Yeah, it's one of those where like we all questioned in the summer, why is he being kept and Wintl's going? I was one of them. I just didn't think he had a future of the club. To me, he's become Mr. Dependable. Like every team that fights relegation or wins promotion has that one player who might not do something that's magic or might not win the game through, but he'll just give you 100% non-stop for 90 minutes, and that's him right now. Yeah. I mean, the amount of times he wins the ball right back. No, you can't get past him. He's so well. He does such a good job there. And when he goes into midfield as well, he's the same again. He's the only one trying to get the ball forward. He's getting stuck in. He's winning challenges. I've really been impressed with Reno. I think he deserves a new contract, if I'm honest now.
Yeah, agreed. So let's go back to the starting lineup then. I don't think there was any changes from the previous game, was it? You went with the same side again. Fairly happy with his decision to go with what he went. Would you have done anything different, do you think?
I was happy with it. I thought the Watford game, I thought Gutas and Darlan looked strong together. I thought that was a decent partnership, so I was hoping for the same again. I thought Chambers looks like a revelation in midfield. Compared to what he does defender, I think he looks like natural position for him now. Yeah. So I was happy with that.
A couple of little deft touches as well last night, lifting the ball over.
Yeah.
And things, and like I said, he looks a different player there. And if I'm completely honest, and on art, I probably was a bit sceptical about him going into midfield. But like you said, I think the last two games he's done really well here, and he's allowed the likes of CO. I think the last two games we've seen CO. What's the words I'm looking for? I don't know. Play better then, because he's got that confidence that Chambers is here to mop up any crap, basically.
Like I was worried about Chambers playing that midfield role first of all. I thought he lacks the pace. I thought, as a centre half, he gets bullied far too easy sometimes. So I thought he might get in the midfield, but like I said, it's allowed. I've noticed CEO's become the trigger point for a press as well. So all of a sudden he'll just bomb forward, he'll close down someone, and all of a sudden everyone else will push forward. So he's a trigger point now. I think having Chambers next to him or behind him now, knowing that he'll do a defensive job, allows him more freedom to do that. Like he's getting forward more, he's getting shots off now. CEO is. He looks a better player. It's one of those. Right, when you look at the winner game, I think you want Turnbull and Robertson, them two together, and Ruben as number 10. But when you're looking at to be more defensively sound, I think CEO and Chambers is a better partnership. I think them two are linked up really well together. I think the whole team looks like it's. You see O'Dowda bombing forward because he knows he's got cover there now to someone dropping back into left back to cover if he needs to. So I think it's worked very well, pushing it forward. I fair play to reset to have the balls to put centre back in the midfield. I mean, because if that went wrong, everyone would be going, what's he doing? He's not a midfielder, he's a defender. Does he know what he's doing? So hats off to Rhys as a gamble has paid off.
Yeah. And the trouble is, Cardiff fans, you'll never keep everybody happy. And no doubt there's still people out there screaming, what's he doing, putting him in midfield? But like you said, at the moment, he's doing the job, isn't it? And I think, and on that, if we had said before Boxing Day, we would have had 4 points from the Watford game and Coventry game, we probably would have bit someone's hand off for that.
Yeah, no offence to Oxford. On paper, you're thinking he beat Oxford. You think Watford in the playoffs, they'll probably turn us over. And if you get a point against Coventry, you're happy for the game. So disappointing to lose to Oxford, but to beat Watford is a massive thing. It's her first away win since April 10th against Birmingham. So the monkey off the back there is gone. Hopefully now it's a bit more relaxed, not relaxed, but a bit more, the pressure's off when they play away sort of thing. So
yeah. For me yesterday, though, it was just nice to see first half, that press seemed to be back, kind of,
yeah.
We lost it for a bit and we just would, but you could, because obviously I'm close to the Coventry fans then, you could hear them really get, I don't know, they were playing the ball out from the back and you could hear the fans getting frustrated because we were putting them under so much pressure. And that goalkeeper looked as if he had a mistake in him to me. And I'm just,
the whole back line. the whole back line looked. I mean, the Jack second, that Labatier or whatever I would say his name. He looked a bit ropey at some points. I think it got to him. Bidwell didn't look too impressive for me. I thought their wing backs tried getting forward, and we exploited the space big time. I thought they couldn't handle the pace. They had two slow wing backs, I thought, and again, no doubt they just terrorised them. But again, it was all over.
I would just like us to focus a bit more on our strengths. So down our left-hand side, I don't think we've done it enough, to be honest. Like his goal, the work rate, and the work he'd done to get our goal was phenomenal.
Yeah,
his footwork and that is was incredible. And I think we've said it before. He's player of the year by a country mile so far.
After the Oxford defeat, I think you're looking at the last few games and going, some of these players are not up for it. And most of them didn't look like they were up for it. He put a shift in every one of them games. And it's hard when you're playing left back to try and get the entire team going and stuff. He's our biggest threat right now, and especially the left-hand side. I mean, the link-up play he has with whoever's ahead of him is massive. You see it with when El Ghazi's playing. Defenders don't know what to do. Do they follow the runner? Do they stick with the man? Either way, O'Dowd will cause problems, and it's paid off big time. And credit to Alnick yesterday. The amount of times he just whipped the ball forward and landed at the feet of O'Dowd, his distribution was spot on. And I think he's seen as well O'Dowd was our best threat on the attack because he just kept picking the ball to him. And it was brilliant to see, honestly.
And, he kept us in the game again, didn't he? He's done it numerous times this season. Some point-blank saves, especially second half when we were up against it. But, 3 or 4 really good, decent saves that, without doubt saved us really.
Again, it's a funny one because we had all stopping goals a few years ago, and he was never a shot stopper for me. He just someone could pass the ball with his feet. Now we've seen how bad that is for us because we need a shot stopper. We don't need someone who can pass it. We didn't play Alnick. Then when Allsop left, we played Alnick, got dropped. Played Runner Son. He could play his feet. He couldn't stop a shot. Dropped him. Then he played Horvath. Horvath couldn't catch a cold if his life depended on it. He's put Alnick in goals, and to be fair, he's fantastic shot stopper. I don't care if he can pass the ball 2 yards. His distribution looks on point. It's probably the best distribution we had from a keeper since Smithies and stuff, I'd say. So I think he's been brilliant. I genuinely think he deserves a new deal, and I hope he get done sooner than later because I won't be surprised if a team in Scotland comes sniffing for him. So I can't imagine he's on massive wages. He was probably signed as a backup keeper, so he won't be on first team, starting wages.
Yeah, no, fair comment. We'll get on to some signings and rumours and stuff like that. Now the transfer window's open a little bit later. Gutas, I thought, was really good yesterday, especially that second half. I thought that Ellis Sims is a big lump, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought we dealt with him fairly well. But yeah, I thought Gutas was quite strong, in fairness. I know Darling went asleep, really, and for the goal, but just that 2 minutes after half-time killed us, didn't it? Obviously with the goal and then the red card a minute later.
Well, we were talking at half-time because Coventry came out early. And I said, they're probably up for it now. They come out early. They were trying to make a statement. The first 5 minutes now, we got to keep them out of the game, frustrate their fans, and they'll switch off, and they will. And within 40 seconds, they were 1-1. 20 seconds later, it was 10 men. I mean, I'm not being funny, but that was probably the worst refereeing performance I've seen. He's a fourth official. You can tell why he's a fourth official, not a regular ref. I mean, it was an embarrassing performance. I hope they look into it. It was just absolutely appalling. No,
you're spot on there, really. But it was a weird one because I'm sure they said over the tannoy, unless they get a fourth official, the game couldn't go ahead. And then 2 minutes later, then they said, the game is still going to go ahead. It baffled me.
Is it Kevin Friend? I can't think of his name. There was another ref there who was put in the jacket and the mic and everything on the new fourth official. So I don't know what he was doing then, if he wasn't going to step in and get involved. But the ref didn't look too good in the start, mind. He looked a bit ropey when doing the warm-ups and stuff. I wouldn't have thought he was 100%. Yeah. But again, I just thought the occasion got to him. It absolutely got to him, and he absolutely crumbled. Yeah. The red card, he didn't speak to his linesman. He didn't communicate with the one. He just brandished the red card. Rhys said after the game, and he spoke to him. the ref says he thinks he's seen it. How can you send someone off for thinking you've seen something? That's absolutely ridiculous. Darlam's having his shirt pulled at one point, going through. Didn't see that though, did he? Like, it was absolutely such an awful referee performance. It's one of the worst I've seen, and we've seen some shit at Cardiff. But that was embarrassing. I was honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't seen the challenge myself, so it'll be interesting to see what people's thoughts are on it. I think I listened to something on the radio in the car on the way back saying about, we might be potentially appealing the decision. So it'll be, because obviously a straight red card, that'll be a 3-match ban for him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 3-match ban. So that's Borough Saturday, then Sheffield United, then Watford. He's back for the Jacks. My thing was, he gave the ref a decision to make, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. However, he's trying to get the ball back, so his arms are naturally raised anyway. I think it was Bidwell as well, who threw his face, threw himself to the floor. As soon as the red card is brandished, he's up on his feet, walking around like nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly, them Jacks have got a history doing stuff like that. Harry Darling likes to roll on his floor. I think something must happen in Swansea because they're very delicate. You sneeze by them, they hurt. So you got to be careful of them lot.
Someone in the darts, Jonathan Davis just says, someone in the darts has got a sign saying Vincent Tan is a Jack.
I seen someone in the darts tonight saying Tan out. I seen that one.
Oh, brilliant. Apparently, the injured ref was the one with the coat on. No idea. But yeah, it wasn't a very good performance from him. But
no, a lot of calls wrong. I thought the game got ahead. I think the occasion got to him. If he is a non-league referee, then maybe that's no offense. That's your standard. Go back down there, I think, because that was just embarrassing. I would like to know what. I would love to see what. Because I know every ref gets marked on a score at the end of the game. I would love to see what the referees association would have marked his performance as, because they'll back their own. They always do. They close ranks. Robertson will get 3-match ban. There's no point appealing it because they'll say that the ref was right to do his. He could dive in a box, and then if the ref gives it, they'll say he was right. Let's be honest. They'll close ranks around them, so we won't get nothing from that.
No, which is frustrating because he was starting to come back into a bit of form as well, wasn't he? And I'd like him again.
Looking sharp. I think when Matty came on, he did well, winning a lot of headers, knockdowns, bullying defenders. I thought he did really well for him to come on. It doesn't look like scoring, but he does a job well holding up play and stuff. He's got 3 games now to cement, to say, look, I deserve to be starting. Is your chance now. You told us to be quiet and stop shushing us. You've got 3 games. Do something. Score a goal. Make yourself. Give Robertson a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's up to you now to sort something out. Like, do it. It's when something happens against the other players, got to step up now and take responsibility and take charge in games. So hopefully he does. I don't think he will. Who knows? Maybe a Tete can come back for the FA Cup game. Maybe he'll show something. I don't think he'll show something, but maybe he can.
Yeah. Happy days. So obviously from that Watford game, and then obviously going into the first half yesterday, was you happy with the way in which we started the game yesterday?
Surprised for more than anything. I thought we would have gone a bit more defensive, tried to hit on a counter. I think it took us about 5 minutes, but I think we realised pretty soon that Coventry were not the races. And the moment that I think the players realised, they just went for it. And again, it was good to see some attacking football, because I thought they'd get the ball, we'd win it back in the final third, win the ball back, have a chance. Disappointed we didn't score. I just thought they were there for the taking, especially the first half. So really happy with the performance. I thought it was more like it. I think we've seen better attitude from certain players. I thought some players looked like they did a better job. They wanted to be there again, which I'm happy with. Just disappointed not to come away with 3 points, if I'm honest. Even with 10 men, I thought they were there for the take. There was a chance to go.
Yeah.
The point I just really thought we should have gotten more with 3 points.
Yeah, it was one of them at the end whereby I suppose you're frustrated that we didn't nick a winner, but also grateful that we held on for the point as well, because they did have a couple of chances where they felt they could have nicked it as well. And
yeah,
like I said, Jack Anick made a couple of great saves, and he like you said, he really kept us in the game. And how many times has he done that? this season
Exactly.
so far. It's, we'd be buggered if it weren't for him. So fair play to him. Do you reckon that captain's armband has made him raise his game this season?
I think it's maybe. I wouldn't say raise his game. I think what's happened is people have taken more notice of him because he's captain. People have watched him closely now because he's captain. I think he's always been very vocal, commanding at the back. I think we've seen that. I just think now because he's captain, people notice him more. And I think people are appreciating him more now because of the saves he's pulling off and because we're in a struggle. Let's say we're in the playoffs now or we're mid-table and you're not looking like you're fighting for promotion or relegation. If you're mid-table, I don't think you appreciate some of the saves he makes as much as you do when you're at the bottom of the league, do you mean? Because you realise he's keeping us out in the games so much. Like, if you're mid-table, you're like, we lost that one. I was unlucky. I was a good save there. But now you look at him now going, he's an 8 or a 10 every game. I know the Stoke game, people blamed him for the second goal. But if he can pull off 9 out of 10 top-class saves and make one mistake, you take that all day long.
Yeah. This is a great comment by Martin Ryan, who is now in green as well. So Martin is now a fully fledged member as well. So well done, Mart. Lampard's teams get decisions. That's got to play on the referee's mind as well. Who's the manager? Do you reckon? Or in theory, they should be more professional, but I reckon it's got to play a part in it, hasn't it?
Again, I just think he went my first ever championship game. I don't want to if he did elbow him, I don't want to not send him off. I just think he absolutely bottled it. Again, the worst referee performance I've seen for a while, and we've seen some absolute shit in the stadium, but that was by far the worst. And when you look at the Watford game, right, I thought the Watford game, we had probably one of the best refs performances we've seen for a while. I thought he was fair to both sides. He let the game play. Disappointing not to see Loser get sent off for Watford, but I thought the ref for Watford had a really good game. And then you come to the Coventry game and you see that shit. And I just think it shows the standard of refereeing in this country is just so poor. I mean, absolute poor. I mean, Kiefer Moore gets yellow carded for the same thing every time he plays for Wales. He jumps, he leads his arms. That's a yellow card internationally. And in the championship, you'd expect it. But this ref absolutely bottled it.
That's all we want is consistency week in, week out, and unfortunately, we don't get it. Like you said, the Watford referee, I think he let things go, but he let things go for both sides.
Yeah.
I think there was a point during that game where their midfielder, I can't remember his name, had just got yellow carded, and about 5 minutes later, he went in and put a shoulder into somebody, and it was a blatant yellow card, but the referee kind of let it go. But there was other moments in the game then that he let things go for Cardiff. So it's just you just want consistency week in, week out, don't you? When I don't know whether we look into it too much, but we just never seem to get a rub of the green when we're at home.
I do notice, when you're playing good football and winning, I think you notice decisions go your way a lot more. So when you're fighting relegation, you do notice a lot more go against you. I just saw he bought it. It's probably the worst performance I've seen. I mean, Darlan was thrown to the floor from a corner, and he gave a goal kick at one point, if I remember right. Again, it's just. I hope he never refs in the championship again. He was just embarrassing. I mean, to be fair, the two jacks for them as well were just embarrassing. So the ref's probably a jack, and I think I counted 6 fingers at one point, so I wouldn't be surprised.
No, happy day. Let's dive into the comments and see who's in tonight. Good evening, Jonathan. He's there. Paul's there. Good evening, Paul. Martin's there. Evan's there. Pull up Evan's comment there. Siopis will get his second career goal in a Cardiff shirt if he continues to play as a number 8. I did see another comment. Jonathan says, players held their own down to 10 a few weeks ago would have crumbled. They can take confidence from that. 100%. I think, not nice, but I feel it's positive that we're coming away with a point and we're disappointed. If that makes sense.
And again, I think it shows as well, they can see a game out. Because when you have been losing games and conceding goals, you do start panicking, like, they're on attack again, what if I make a mistake and stuff. But to know the game's ended and you held out as well, 10 men, I think it shows like we've got something here. We can see games out. Therefore, we can go take the games to teams and beat it. I mean, it's one of those where it does so much for your confidence, I think. And again, we went in that 10 men thinking we should have won that game. And I think that shows how well we played as well.
CO is going to score with a belter. I wouldn't bet on it, though, to be honest. I don't think
against the Jacks, half volley, top corner, runs over to them, does it all like Josh Murphy does, sends them back into the caravans crying.
That was a bit of a mixed thing for me, really. Josh got in the car and Josh was like, yes, Swansea lost 4-0. And I'm thinking, well, they haven't really done us any favours, really. But to see Josh Murphy score the first goal and then do the Ayatollah to their fans, I thought was quality. Would you have him back in the summer in the transfer window? No,
absolutely not. I thought he was a waste of money. He's one of those players. He's very much a confidence player. Murphy was for us, and I think you could see that with the first attack he had on his first run. If he beat his man, he'd have a great game. If he didn't beat his man, you know his game would be awful. His aim would just drop. I wouldn't take Murphy back. I think he found his level of Pompey. He's doing an okay job. I wouldn't take him back. I think we need a lot better. I think we got better anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we've got better, and that's the big positive for me now. We look at Tanner was what, £20,000-30,000 from, is it Bromley or someone in non-league? Yeah. And he got Callum O'Dowda free transfer, and we look at the 10 million spent on Murphy. 10, I think it was 10 or 12.
Nearly 11, yeah, nearly 11.
And you look at it cost less than £100,000, and you're thinking it was so much better right now.
Yeah. Jonathan Davis also says, part of me wants CO to score, but part of me wants Rob to keep stressing about it. I'm with you there, John. Martin Ryan says, there is a reason CO has only one career goal. He has played really well the last 2 games, and I'm not a fan.
To be fair, he's a defensive midfielder, so he doesn't get forward often. And when most defense midfielders like Rhodri and stuff and McLeary would score, it's usually a set piece, like a corner or something. He's so short, he stays back anyway. But again, he doesn't need to score. As long as he does his job like he's doing, he doesn't need to score goals. Others can do that for him. He can just keep doing what he has to do.
Although he's so short, he's not afraid to go up for the ball and you know, I'd say more often than not, he's there and about to win the challenge, isn't he?
Well, he's bullying some players off the ball, and you're thinking, look how small he is. He's tenacious, and I'm not saying he's anything like Gary Medell, but Gary Medell was a small guy, the pit bull, and he got stuck in, and that's what you want from a player. I mean, and also, talk about that, when I said about Joe Rawls' tackle as well. Yesterday, late on, he just absolutely clattered the guy to win the ball back. That gets the fans going, a tackle like that. And again, that's what CEO does sometimes. He just gets stuck in, wins the ball back. And I think because of his size, I think if he does go down a bit more, I think the refs will give him a lot more free kicks because he's a shorter guy, and I think they'll see him as being bullied off a ball.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Apparently, the guy on the touchline was an assessor. So it'd be interesting to see.
I'd love to see what he assessed him as, because that was fucking appalling. That was absolute garbage, honestly.
Yeah, would like to see the paperwork of what he scored him. Evan James has put, why can't we finally give Simic a chance now? He was only injured because he fell out with a whatever manager. Sunderland wanted him for the first team. It's a joke. So it'd be interesting to see now. Back in training and
give
him a go on it.
I won't play him. I won't take him this Saturday. I'll probably, if there's like an under-21s game this weekend, I'll probably give him time in there to get fitness, and then take him to Sheffield for the FA Cup. I would. I mean, the FA Cup is one of those games where if you get a winner, if you can win it, it's brilliant. But we're not really thinking we're going to get past them. I think we need to focus on the league rather than the cup run this year. I know what it says it builds confidence, but if you do beat them and you get pumped 6-0 by Man City in the next round, that shatters your confidence. So I'm not bothered about the FA Cup. So take the likes of him, take K Pacquiao, give them all games. I mean, I'm not being funny. There's no embarrassment if the kids lose to Sheffield United. So I'd take him for that, I would. Yeah. Surprised we haven't sent Kanga back yet. I'm surprised. I thought it's one of those where I would have thought as well, not sign someone now, but there'd be a lot more stronger rumours about certain players at the club right now.
I said something to you just before I come online. There was rumours I seen on Twitter, or X as now it's called, Jayden Philogene, Louis Barry, and what was the other one I said? Hamady, was it?
Yeah, for the old Wimbledon striker. I think he's at Ipswich now, isn't he?
But it'd be interesting to see. I'm disappointed, really. Philogene hasn't really kicked on because, again, when he was with us, he showed glimpses of magic, didn't he? You know, his first touch I thought was incredible.
that Hull season last year, I mean, I think that goal he scored when he I don't know what to call it, Rabona, top corner. What a strike! Like he showed magic. I think he'll go to a Premier League side. Same as Barry. I think he'll go to a Premier League side. I think we need pace more than a target man. I mean, we've got Matty who can play a target man. I think we need proper pace now, runners who can get in behind the defence, play off the shoulder. So I'm hoping we're looking for a proper number 9 rather than a lump like so.
Yeah. No, agreed. A couple of shout-outs I need to do for Sai, so bear with me, guys. We are only going to be a short one, so we're only going to be on for another 5 or 10 minutes, guys. So if there is anything you want us to discuss before we do finish up slightly earlier tonight, we will be back on Saturday. So you are having double barrel this week, so happy days. And we might even be joined by Mr. Rob Boyle on Saturday night as well. All depends if he's washing his hair. But there's a new podcast coming out next week called The Rumour Mill, and that's going to be available to members only. So if you do want to become a member, you can follow the information at the bottom of the screen there. It's going along. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can be part of the Ace Podcast Nation Army or the Cardiff City World Army. Follow the information on the bottom of the screen there. There are some videos coming out on Cardiff City World by club historian Terry Phillips, so keep an eye out for them. The Flower Hour returns with myself and Rob as of next Wednesday. And there's some live events with Willie Boland and Joe Ledley will be out at some point during January as well. Going back to the live events, I think we're still all hoping that he's going to announce something soon. Tell the guys a little bit about some of the experiences and what's your thoughts on some of the live events we've been to?
Brilliant today. First of all, I hope he does it after we come back from Spain, because me and the boys are in Spain in March. So from the 12th, I think, until the 22nd, 23rd. So hopefully it's after then. But they're brilliant.
You haven't put your holiday form in yet. They haven't received it.
They're brilliant tonight, I think.
You'll have to do it pissed on a balcony in Spain.
Well, I did it last night, I think it was. In Malaga. I was with I'll got the pints doing it. I think I spent 1 hour trying to sort my phone out. But the live nights are brilliant tonight. I mean, we've done some quiet, more intimate ones, and they are fantastic. You get like an hour with the player, talking about anything you want to talk about. Get to ask questions, have photos, have stuff signed. It's just a good night, and everyone gets to see each other again. Everyone sits together, has a laugh. I mean, you can meet other fans and stuff, and I just think it's a great night all round. Like, I mean, highly recommend them. I mean, even if you go on your own, everyone's a Cardiff fan, so everyone is like-minded as you. You can sit with our table's always open. Let's be honest. I mean,
the biggest thing for me as well, right? And given how difficult and how hard it is at the moment, cost of living crisis and all that malarkey. Sai and Jordan then at SplotCons, who put on the last couple of events, are not in it to make money. They're in it to make sure that the fans have a good night. Tickets are cheap as chips.
I think £10 ticket, I think.
Yeah, and you can't knock it. You see some of these live events, talk, guest and Q&As, and it's like 30-40 quid a ticket and stuff, which is bonkers. But yeah, I think Sai and him working with Jordan at SplotCons is awesome, and it's a great venue as well, the SplotCons. So hopefully we can get back in there soon.
Like I've gone to other podcast live events just for research, really, just to see what the competition's about, not nothing else. And it's always been the same. I noticed other ones. Like I did the Warnock one. It's too many people there. It's not an intimate atmosphere. Then it's not. It's just loads of people getting drunk and causing problems, or you can't hear it because you're so far at the back. It's just too crowded. But with this one, it's never a massive crowd, and it's not because we couldn't sell more tickets. It's just because I think Simon wants to keep it that way, so you do get more personal things. And again, we've had lately, Chopra, Willie Bowler nights. I mean, we sat.
Well, the Bellamy one sold out within 24 hours, and we probably could have got double of the amount of people in there.
Yeah, well, again, that was massive. That was because we had the Bellamy one. We were the first people to get to sit and talk to Bellamy, like just after he was announced as the Wales manager. So that was huge for the pod. I mean, like I said, I've done other pods. I've been to them, and it's not the same. It's not. These ones are really good. And to be fair, the Con Club is quite cheap actually for a pint.
Yeah,
I think I drank about 7 or 8 pints in one go last time. I mean, so
you left half of that then over Jason's car, didn't you, on the way home?
Yeah, chicken nuggets all in his car. I had to clean it up the next morning. Then went to my mate's baby shower. I had to sit in the corner, hang over. Wanted to be sick every 5 minutes, just smelling the chicken nuggets after you're hanging. But yeah, they're cheap enough. Great nights. Again, it's just a good laugh, isn't it? I mean, there's always a break as well for about halfway through it. You got like a 20-minute break where you can talk to people, go have a chat to people, have photos with a guest. It's just a great night all round. I can't recommend them enough. Like, I love them as well because we all get to hang out together again. We don't get to see each other as much because we all live so far away from each other. But them nights are just so good.
Yeah, spot on. And like you said, if you do become a member, you do get first access or priority access, should I say, to those live event tickets. So, like I said, the Bellamy one sold out within the first 24 hours. And I think members, quote me if I'm wrong, but members do get 24-hour early access, don't they?
We get told before it, and then we get a time slot then where you can buy tickets. But I think as presenters, we should get free entry. But we got to buy our own tickets, so.
Oh, I don't mind. Like I said, for the price of what we pay, is cheap as chips in it. But yeah, sorry if you do want to give us freebies, we'll have them. But I don't mind paying, really. Any
photos with us, though, it costs a pint, it does. So just so you know.
In fairness, Rob normally pays for my ticket because I drive. So.
And to be fair, even if you don't want to go to meet the footballer, right? Watching Rob get progressively more drunk for the night is even better. He goes. The last time he was a couple of pints in. Please be quiet, guys. Please be quiet. Or 10 pints later, will you shut the f up? He's absolutely he's absolutely gone. And as I watch him get drunk and drunk, guys, it's so funny.
Yeah, happy days. Right. So before we wrap up, then, bearing any injuries and things like that, how do we set up going up to Middlesbrough on Saturday? Do you think like the last 10, 15 minutes on yesterday afternoon, then, shall we say, we reverted back to that back five, didn't we?
Yeah.
I would like to think we would go as we started yesterday type thing. Obviously, somebody replacing Callum Robinson rather than going back to a back five right from the very beginning. What's your thoughts? Obviously, it's going to be a difficult game up there. So,
I like the 4-2-3-1 that we play, especially without wingers and Chambers in the middle. Looking at Rhys's comments today, though, he did say about picking up points is more important than the performances away from home. I don't want to be so worried, but that to me says he's going to go back five with Chambers and CEO in the middle anyway, and just try and be super defensive, maybe hit the counter, maybe get a goal, but just try and go for a point at least. So I think we probably will see a back five with two holding midfielders, and then just a bit of pace further up the field then, and just trying to get, which again, it's understandable when you're in a dogfight at the bottom like we are. And Borough are a really good side, to be fair. So again, if you pick a point up from doing that, you can't argue against the Canoe.
No, I'd be quite happy with a point going up there Saturday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Long way to go. It's going to be bloody freezing. So fair play to everybody travelling up on the weekend. It's not a short trip, is it, Middlesbrough?
No.
Fair play to them, but yes, it'll be interesting to see what we come back with. Fingers crossed we come back with something, but who knows? I think that's about it. But anything else you wanted to mention before we wrap up?
No, I think that's brilliant. I think we covered most things. I mean, like I said, we're back Saturday now for a proper episode, which will be like an hour and 20 minutes like normal. But yeah, I think we've sorted it. I mean, I'm looking forward to this transfer rumour mill new episode, mind, because we all use different things. Like we all get messages and stuff saying, "No, this player's linked." So I'm interested to see what everyone else is using as well, like because this
that'll be an interesting one. And obviously, to be involved in that, you need to become a member, guys. So follow that information, like I said, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and you can get involved as well. Evan James is visiting family in Middlesbrough tomorrow. What a coincidence. Tried to get tickets but can't. Should I risk blending into the Middlesbrough crowd? Definitely, 100%.
Just do it. Honestly, obviously don't do like what most fans do and start celebrating when your team scores. But just sit there and enjoy the game. I go as a neutral. Not as a neutral, but pretend to be neutral. So if
I would just go anyway. I would just go and celebrate anyway. Bugger it. What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly. Cardiff. They're only there to see the Cardiff, aren't they? So give them a show.
Happy days. Right, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. As always, after the show, if you want to put your prediction for the score on Saturday, do it after the live. Put a comment, and that'd be very much appreciated. Thank you very much. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
I'd be happy with 1-1, I think.
Happy days. Right, take it easy, guys. Rhys, thank you very much, buddy. I shall catch up with you on Saturday.
Sweet. Take care, all.
Cheers all. Ta-ra.